Alright YouTube, this is 2 Cent back with my 2 cents on OCTOPATH TRAVELER, and today we're going to do a tier list. The first in the series here, there's going to be 8 in this series for reasons that will become clear soon, that we're going to go weapon type by weapon type or job type, and basically just going to give a tier list of all of those units in there. So, you know, the 3 stars, the 4 stars, and the 5 stars in those brackets. Basically, I know a lot of people out there are kind of curious of who's the best unit and who should they invest in and things like that. So I wanted to provide a list of the different, you know, kind of tiers that I would give for each of these job types. So it's like, okay, if you have the person who's in slot 1, you know, the highest rated one, then yeah, maybe you build that one. Or, you know, maybe you don't have any 5 stars in that bracket, so maybe you take the first 4 star in the next bracket. So that's kind of my strategy here of trying to just provide some value out there of people who might be, you know, utilizing more 3 and 4 stars for their team as they're maybe saving up some rubies, like myself, for units in the future. So let's get into it. Alright, for the first weapon type that we're going to take a look at, it's going to be our apothecary, so our axe wielders. Mostly, this is where we're starting off because we only have like 1 5-star right now in this entire grouping, and I want to give you guys kind of a taste of what we're going to be getting from the series going forward. That way you know to like and subscribe so you can kind of see as we go through the other weapon types what you're getting. So Theo definitely going to be number 1. He's, you know, the only 5-star in this bracket, but it's also for good reason. He's got that full frontal regen, a single target heal that's very powerful, that also adds a regen to the person being healed, as well as some 2 times axe AoE and 3 times random axe. Definitely is just going to be really useful. He's actually the main healer I use on my team currently. I don't have a cleric that I wanted to use over him or for his slot there. So I really do enjoy this unit. So that is why he's an S tier. Not every unit's going to be kind of this kind of detailed in as far as how their kit is, but definitely you can't go wrong if you have Theo. And definitely, he's the best apothecary currently. Alright, so if you don't have Theo, who's the next best? I think Shelby falls into that. As a 4-star unit here, she does get access to that 3 times hit with axe. It's a little bit better than Theo's actually, as it is just straight single target rather than a random target. And obviously that can really help when you're looking to break a specific one in a group there. So, you know, going straight from Theo, Shelby's going to be next. I do have to say there's not a whole lot of competition in this bracket for these top 2 slots, as I'm just not real excited or happy about the next bunch. So let's take a look at them. So in our B tier here, we have Radion, Merit, and Rita. And Radion is the only one here that hits anybody more than 1 time in his attack, and it only goes up to 2. So you can kind of see, you know, that's why he's kind of rated higher than the other 2. They do have access to a little bit of healing or a self-heal on these characters, but nothing to write home about. And honestly, if you don't have Shelby or Theo, I would say Radion might be the best next option. But at this point, I probably would just go ahead and fill with another weapon type at the moment. You know, with the kits that these lower ones have, I just don't see you utilizing them over a cleric, or if you're looking for heal, or any other unit that you might be looking to get the kind of weakness from. I mean, if you're looking specifically for an axe, then here's your options here. However, we still have our 3 stars to look at, and sometimes the 3 stars can have little gems in them, but not in this case. So in the case of Penny, George, and Saria here, there's just nothing in their kit that kind of stand out. They're all just kind of weaker versions of the 4-star ones that we already talked about that weren't that great anyway. You know, Penny does have the access to a 2 times hit axe, which maybe makes her a little bit more worth than you know, Rita or something like that. But with the reduced kind of you know, stats that we're getting from a 3-star, when you're thinking about using these units for combat, they just don't you know, have that kind of capability, in my opinion, to warrant being built. However, if you guys are working on your hunts, what is nice is that each one of them offer a different sort of path, you know, power, wealth, and glory. So if you get them up to level 45, then you're going to be able to unlock a nice amount of influence to kind of help you maybe bring some other units onto your teams for hunts to get their kind of class ups or different things like that. So do keep that in mind, that 3 stars not always going to have a nice little kit for us to use, or kind of even be worth using over replacing that sort of weapon type altogether for our team, but they can be really helpful when we're looking at our hunt teams to kind of get us over the kind of cap to get all 3 of our treasure boxes, and to allow us to put the units actually want on the hunt in those teams with that. So anyway, let me know down below if you kind of like this series, you want me to continue with the rest of the 8 jobs, and that's been my 2 cents.